Hello, my name is Crystal and I am in quarantine in Dubai with a toddler. As you can see,
Nope.
he's a cool little guy.
Nope.
Great company.
Nope.
He's fun. He's
Nope.
Initially I was like, oh wow, this is great. It's kind of like a little break. Everybody's gonna be home. Now I'm like,
feeling okay, give Coach a chance. Quarantined.
I'm feeling frustrated, just dealing with the uncertainty of it all. And so I'm trying to quantify that for myself as a 37-year-old adult, but also try to wrap that up and present that to a 4-year-old in terms that he can understand and try to help him calm his anxieties.
Today actually ended up being one of those points that I think every person, and especially every mother, has, where it's just like you need a personal day, you need a mental health day, because a mother's support system is everything. But with this lockdown that we're under, the support system is gone.
There's definitely a heightened sense of anxiety.
The last few days, I can't say that I was okay. What I'm learning is that I've got to be a little more gentle with myself. We've been parents as soon as we found out we were pregnant. Parenthood. So 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's been an awesome 8 years. Definitely changed our lives for the best. Our oldest child is Carson. She's 7. And she's been amazing in teaching us how to be parents. The oldest two tend to be very about rules and so
Order and structure.
exactly, which has made us feel like we're amazing at what we're doing until we found out that not all the kids are going to be like that. Maverick just turned 5.
Half the day he said it was a great birthday, the other half the day he said it was the worst birthday ever.
Our 2-year-old is Riker, and Riker is a Spitfire.
Mm-hmm. Firewall.
You can come out now if you want. Harper, our youngest, who's now 3 months, she's pretty awesome. When she was born, Riker said, "That's my baby." Remember he said that? That's my baby.
I've been a parent for 2 years and 2 months. Noir is amazing. She's really active. She is in a really cool age right now because she's learning shapes and colors and numbers and letters. And it's so cool to be there with her in this moment.
Kai just turned 2, March 12th. He's definitely into being outdoors and gardening and just being in nature. He's trying to get in now. Hold on. Hey, baby. Hey, bud. This is Kai. Hi, Kai. Look in the camera, buddy.
Hello.
Hello.
I have been a parent for almost 10 years now, which is crazy. So I have 2 daughters. They're totally like polar opposites, that just different personalities. They're very close.
I've been a parent going on almost 5 years. Gabe, who is my son, he is 4. He's going to be 5 in June. And then I have Rhea, who is my daughter, and she is going to be 2 at the end of July. And I will say that they are my biggest blessing and also one of the biggest things that's keeping me on my toes pre-COVID and, even now.
You have access to a pretty constant stream of joy. It's not to say that kids are not frustrating or irritating, but I think like with Noir, even when we have to discipline her or even when something is hard or difficult, it's still that laugh or that joy or that silly moment is like right around the corner. Noir has been a really grounding force, something that just brings me back to what really matters.
That sense of like just wonder and presence and mindfulness that a baby brings into your life, it's just like unmatched.
At the age of 21, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And so for so long, I was just kind of told, my desire to have children shouldn't be that great because it probably wouldn't be. And just the fact that I have them in my life, that is a huge blessing.
I cherish the moments I have with her every second of every day, but I cherish those 8 hours as well, and I will not take those for granted anymore.
It's important for me to be able to have time away from him here and there, because when he's around me, he is first and foremost. That's why the whole trying to do work situation has been hard.
I've had to kind of let a lot of preconceived notions in terms of what a good parent is kind of go out the window. I come home from work, get everybody fed, get everybody bathed up, and we're in the bed by 8 o'clock. Well, now trying to get them in bed at that hour, I've kind of conceded to, pick and choose my battles, and that has been one of them.
I've been trying to find balance for myself and my own feelings of guilt and like, oh, we shouldn't be having her in front of the TV all the time. I think that that's true, but it's also important to recognize that if we're thinking about a world where, this is the new normal, where kids don't go to school in person all the time, or that more learning happens at home or with screens, we need to be more open to what it means for our children to be having that screen time.
It was an adjustment all on their part. They're not used to seeing mom as teacher mom. The school uses a paper money system to reward them for good behavior. So they had a laminated chart that detailed self-care, schoolwork, attitude, showing initiative, and they were able to cash that into screen time.
I can provide, and we can provide pretty much everything for them except for them being able to hang out with other kids. And then our oldest was dealing with some anxiety, and at night it was hard for her to relax and go to bed because she was anxious about what was going on.
So to just take a moment to tap into recognizing each of her senses around her at the moment that she feels anxious about something to help her feel a little more grounded. Taking a deep breath of air and think about those things and go through a list of each of your senses.
We still have faith that, God's gonna carry us through all of this.
I wish that we would think through how we're caring for children right now and caring for the parents of children.
Like, I cannot wait to get out of the house and have
Some
a
real time.
non-makeshift date night. Like, most of the time, date night consists of the kids coming back out of bed and
We're like,
coming up with a
interrupting
reason.
mommy daddy time, go back to bed,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Like, we've hung out with you all day.
You don't just give until you have nothing left. You have to constantly replenish, constantly. Make it a daily practice. For the sake of my health and my longevity in life, I've got to put myself first. And putting myself first is actually what's best for my child.
I usually try not to stress. I try to divert my negative energy because she's watching me, and if I'm stressed for whatever reason, it usually causes her to be.
I don't take anyone or anything for granted, and especially I don't take myself for granted. I've really had to adapt to maintain the peace versus trying to maintain the protocol.
And I hope that the rest of us as a people, as humans, can really think through how we can move forward in a different way, because the way that we were going in the past was not sustainable.
While we've been on quarantine, not going outside and doing other things we normally do, we spent time in the yard. In the evenings, we planted a garden.
It's just opened up ideas of what else we can do.
Enjoying the simple things.
Yeah.
I was able to create a beach day for the kids inside the house in the living room. It's taking an ordinary day and turning it into something special.
I'm watching her developmentally growing and physically growing.
Even in their own little ways, they're also coping and adapting, and it's really cool to see.
The additional time spent with my kids has taught me to continue to try to be present in the moment and appreciate the little things. They won't be little forever.